first ever VOD review. This is going to be a mid-diamond elo match on Xbox One. We are watching some of my own gameplay here. I think I'm currently sitting around 3,400 something when this match happened. I'm going to be playing Ana only. I'll go ahead and roll it. I'm gonna fast forward a bit actually. Okay. So, alright, this is after the most recent Mercy patch, which I think puts us on 1.19. So, on console, she's even more broken than on PC, which is kind of amazing because she has like a 99% pick rate there. But due to aiming limitations with a gamepad, Ana's never been as like dominant as she was like back in season 3. So picking Ana's can be difficult. I've played Ana for I think over 125 hours now, so I'm pretty comfortable on her. So we're just gonna kind of step through my decision making, look at my positioning, and just kind of go from there. I pick Ana, one, because I love playing Ana, but two, I've got, get out a pen here. Reaper, gonna be super easy to hit. Roadhog, super easy to hit. Mei, super easy to hit. Marisa, super easy to hit. And Zarya, super easy to hit. This is honestly looks like a season 2 comp. If Arisa was a Reinhardt. Like, this is just, alright, we're gonna grind our way through. So, not a whole lot of fancy aiming done here, but at the very least, I should be able to just nano the Reaper or nano the Zarya, just to get grab faster. So, keep watching.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in. You're covered.
Arisa wanted a second healer at this point. Alright, they're running a Bastion. So honestly, we don't have as much shield power as they do, or shield break as they do, just because of the Bastion. So when we have no speed boost either to get through. So we have to most likely hit a wall or hit a hook just to try and make something happen here. That's our win condition right now. I'm just gonna be spamming shots into these guys because they're gonna take a crap ton of damage. Just keep the Zarya up, keep the Zarya up. I really should have reloaded before that. I shot the Orisa there with or hit the Orisa with the nade. Alright. Our Hog hit a hook, which eliminated their Orisa. Perfect. We can move in now. We still have our Orisa, and I still have Dart to try and hit the Bastion. So this is when we really should push right here. That's a huge Dart to save our Zarya, who's really high charge. I already have Nano Boost, and it's been 45 seconds, it looks like. 45 seconds into the match, and I already have Nano. I Nano the Zarya here, because we want to get grab as fast as possible. That's one of our win conditions. And she just eliminates their Sim and their Bastion, and she forces out Valk. This Dart was actually terrible. It's not actually necessary, and I need it right now. Okay, so that first fight was basically just an ult fiesta. Our Zarya gets ult within a minute because she's so high charged and she has nano boost. forces out Valk, which is great for us. Bastion wasted his. I don't think their Symmetra has teleporter yet. I hadn't heard a call out for it. But we should have Whole Hog by now. And we probably have Reaper ult. I think our Mei swaps to a Lucio here, just as a secondary support. But what went wrong there was mostly me wasting my dart on an enemy who was going to die. Like, I did not need to use Sleep Dart on a Bastion there. He's already in the Graviton. I have 3 or 4 teammates right around me. He's going to die. I do not need to dart him. He probably isn't going to kill anyone. He was healing himself when I actually saw him. And then I needed it right after to dart the McCree. I had nowhere to go. Orisa's shield was on cooldown. We were just trapped on the point, and the McCree cleaned us up. So that's their Whole Hog. That was a silly dart. I shouldn't have really used that. It was probably a low percentage chance. I save her Zarya here. I have to back off to get health, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure what our Lucio's doing. I think he's feeding. Shed this hook. I hit the dart on the Hog here, but our Hog misses his own hook. Or I guess, oh, he hit the Mercy, so that's good. So that's a great pick there, actually. Forces out his Whole Hog, though. I'm getting another Nano here. Save the Orisa. I have this habit of nading people when they get hooked. It can work. It just, sometimes it's unnecessary, like it wasn't necessarily needed on the Orisa there. Another High Noon. That dart was dumb. That dart was just stupid. Another Nano on this Zarya. Just want her to try and get more ult charge. Probably wasn't necessary since we were going to clean that point up, but just wanted to try and get her closer to her next grav. Okay, heading into point B. I have not checked our ult economy, which is a problem. I'm normally pretty good about this, but I need to check. I should have been checking more frequently in this match. Our Lucio pushed up without me, so I'm lagging behind, and I've been sitting on 100 HP the entire trek over when he could have just been getting free ult charge, or at least ferrying me to the health pack. But I wanted to get to the point because we want to try and snowball this point B. So our Orisa pops Bongo right in the middle of the point. Hit this dart on the Hog, which is great. Interrupts his ult, saves our Orisa. This Reaper just, I'm not sure what he's doing. Our Zarya earned another grav though, because I nanoed her on point A. And we just clean this point up. And that's point A. So overall, point A, point B, offense. Point B, there's not much to talk about. Like, we just went in snowballed. Point A, I hit a couple nice darts. I wasted a couple as well. I think my nade usage was okay. Like, I wish that my Lucio stuck closer to me, so I wouldn't have to necessarily worry about healing as much, or at least have to worry about peeling. That'd be nice, but this is only mid-diamond elo, and I'm pretty sure this guy's filling our Lucio player. I don't think he's a Lucio player normally, so he just isn't comfortable with that idea of peeling for your other support as Lucio, especially since currently right now the meta's Mercy's in, and there's just not a lot of peeling back there. The peeling is done by your Diva and Tracer and your Soldier. That's where most of your peeling comes from in common meta comps now. but it's traditionally been Lucio. So my nanos in this first half specifically were to try and get our Zarya Graviton. We didn't have, aside from the Reaper and trying to get a Beyblade, which can be hard, just because he's so slow and you have to coordinate with a speed amp. It was just easier for me to hit our high energy Zarya, try and get her a grab faster. Just that's an easy win condition. Get more grabs wins more games. That's pretty simple. It's very easy in solo queue pub games. For defense here, there's a reason why I picked this match in the first place. I thought I played pretty well overall, but our team kind of collapses and it's just rough. Like looking at this team comp, this is very so. Torbjorn, spam hero. Og, spam hero. Orisa, spam hero. Junkrat, spam hero. So we have a bunch of spam heroes right now, which is fine. Like it's fine for a very static defense. It's just we don't have a soldier or a McCree. Just if we ran a diva, we probably would have been okay if we ran instead of a hog, but we have nothing to counter a Pharah, and Pharah is pretty common on this map actually on attack, at least point A. She's got so much room to work with. She could just peek over the buildings too. She has great lines of sight. It's just we have nothing to handle her, and she actually ends up cleaning us up. Let's go ahead and whoops. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward a bit.
You're going to be okay.
All right. So I was worried about a Pharah when we started this round. I thought to myself, I'm the only one who can handle her. And I see that they have a Pharah right off the bat. So I don't normally like playing this close to the choke. Like I'm a big fan of sitting back because this forces me onto the low ground and I have terrible lines of sight. Ignore those shots, that's me just whiffing. That nade probably wasn't necessary. I was trying to purple the Pharah just to try and see if we could get a pick on her. It didn't work. Our Lucio needs to be near me. He goes off on his own. I'm not sure where he's going, so I'm very uncomfortable now knowing that we've lost our Lucio. And we're about to lose our Orisa, yeah. I purple a Reinhardt. He backs off. I rotate around. I can't get to our Torb in time, so we lose him. I have Nano. I get lucky because our Lucio boops people, so I can actually purple a Reinhardt. This dart was just a desperation. It was not very good. And I get cleaned up. And that's point A. So point A defense. Our Lucio clearly just isn't comfortable playing Lucio. I should have probably called this out sooner in the spawn room when we were talking about team comp to check to see if he was comfortable on Lucio. But I didn't, and that's my fault. But he's clearly not comfortable playing Lucio. He's not anywhere near our tanks, speeding them around to avoid poke damage. In pub games, you don't ever get to set up and back either. Everyone wants to hold front choke, which is fine. It's hard as Ana to set up on front because there's not really a good place for you to sit unless you want to sit up on the bridge, like that catwalk bridge that has the doors that look out. It leads into that glass room above. It's just not very... I don't like setting up there either. It's just not a comfortable place to be because you only have one line of sight. And you can get flanked super easily in there, actually. You get trapped, too. It's just not... It's not comfortable. You can retreat back and you'll have access to Mega Health Pack. I just don't normally like setting up there, so I tried setting up on low ground. But they had a Pharah, and she was pushing me. And it was just kind of all kinds of bad. And it devolved really fast because our tanks got split off to the right, and I was on the left. Our Lucio was dead. And so it was just not a good time, and they cleaned us up pretty easily. So we now need to regroup and set up for point B. Now, for point B, our Lucio goes soldier, which is just great, because now we have something to take care of the Pharah, which is perfect. But now we have a Mercy. I probably should have just swapped off to Zen at this point, but I have a nano boost, and I was thinking pretty selfishly. And I was like, I want to at least use this nano boost before I swap. So, objective right here is just to not get snowballed. I should not be shooting the Orisa here. 100% not shooting the Orisa. We just got a Mercy. She needs to get Valk. I already have nano boost. This is so greedy of me. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be just letting her get free ult charge. Like, our Orisa's not going to die. They have nothing right now, especially with her shield up. They're going to be able to kill her. They have nothing that can one-shot an Orisa. They have no Widowmaker. They have no Hanzo. They have nothing. So, I should have just gone around and gotten high ground, but instead I'm just pumping darts in and stealing her ult charge for no reason. I completely ignore this Pharah behind me. I don't call it out. I don't do anything. Like, I just, for some reason, just ignored her. I don't really know why, but she's behind me and she was kind of shooting some rockets at me. And thankfully she was bad, but I really should have called out to someone that Pharah was flanking behind us. Okay, so when you get someone res like this, and I burned dart earlier on a miss on this hog who was about to die, which was a waste, but what I should have done was let him shoot me once, then nade him, so I get 100 HP back. Instead I nade first, right when he loses the Valk the resurrection invulnerability, and I don't get any of the heal boost again. So I wasted it, essentially. I wasted a free 100 HP. Probably wouldn't have mattered, but it might have. So that's just a bad play on my part. And I still haven't used this nano boost either. I probably should have just hit our Orisa or something, because she already popped her bongo. So, but we hold on, and so it ends up not really mattering, I guess. So I still have this nano boost, and so I should be talking to my soldier right now and communicating to him, like, what is your ult status? But he hasn't been in chat pretty much the whole game. I know he's listening because he's commented once or twice, but I'm just not talking to him, which is a problem. Okay, so when you're playing high ground as Ana on Volskaya, you need to watch out for a couple things. Flank from the side through here, or if it's like a Pharah or a Tracer or a Genji or a Sombra, they can come, or like Diva, Winston, anyone, they can come around the side and get you from this way. But you really need to be talking to your partners who are going to be sitting on high ground, to help me watch your flanks. So like I should have been talking to my Torbjorn and asking him, hey, were you setting up your turret? Are you going to set it up so I can watch one of the flanks, so I can listen for it? Talk to the soldier and be like, hey, make sure you're watching the flanks for me, because I'm going to be trying to make sure that our tanks are kept up. But I'm not doing any of this. This is a communication breakdown that I'm not doing. It's hard in solo queue though. Like I'll cut myself some slack there. It's not always easy, but an effort needs to be made, and I'm not making it, and it's a problem later. All right, so he finally pings that Alright, this is a huge nade. I get a huge pick here on the Zenyatta, but the Mercy, of course, just reses it. And now I'm just kind of focusing in. And that's just me not paying attention. I can hear her, but I'm tunnel visioning in front of me. And so I just get barraged, which is kind of a poor trade for their team because I just get rezzed and she dies immediately and their push is dead. But she switches off after this, so I'm pretty sure that was just a suicide ult to see what she can get. My aim has to be better here. I try and take this duel with this soldier, and I'm not getting any healing from my soldier or from my Mercy, and so... Alright. So I hadn't got any healing, and so I had to burn nade on myself. I see our Roadhog get hooked. Our Shriisa shield gets broken before she can put up a new one, and I honestly did not check beforehand whether or not our Roadhog had ult. My only thought was, we can't lose our Roadhog, and this will give him some damage reduction until he can get healed. Which, honestly, kind of silly, because he's got 50% damage reduction when he takes a breather now. And the nano boost damage reduction is only 30, and they don't stack up past 50. Like, it just gets cut off. There's no stacking on damage reduction after the Bastion fiasco of Season 4. So, I get really lucky here, and our Roadhog has ult, and he just instantly deletes people. The problem, though, is that our Orisa popped Bongo. So now we don't have Bongo for their next fight. Like, that wasn't necessary for her to do that. Everyone was dead. So here's a problem. Our soldier's just been running around like, I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of running in a circle, spamming voice lines. And they're ready to push now, and you can see he's trying to run back to the high ground, which is a problem, because he should be like pressuring the shield right now and checking on the flanks as well. But he's not in any position to do that, which is about to become a huge problem, because I get pressured by the soldier, and I think that's their McCree as well. And he gets insta-deleted, and I burn this grenade horribly, and it's just terrible. But thankfully Valkyrie is an ability in this game. I should have run towards my team instead of running towards this Mega Health Pack, because I lose the Mercy healing and get cleaned up. I see their soldier on the high ground here. I save our Torb here and just throw a nade on him and just clean up their hog. I save our Mercy and I just kind of hide here. The problem being here is I just kind of freeze up and I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of like, I can't decide on a target. I just kind of freeze. But at least I've built nano. So now we have a Junkrat, a Winston, and a Roadhog. So Hog Winston kind of have like anti-synergy, so this is just kind of interesting. But I think he swapped in order to try and stall better. See, now I'm checking. I miss a huge nade opportunity here. If I had tossed a nade right here in this room, let me back up a few frames. So right, Let me erase that actually. So right in here, it gets, turns out their Diva and their Mercy right there. That's huge. So right after our Winston leaves up there, like he might have been able to clean their Mercy up and this push is just done. But I don't because I'm worried for some odd reason that it might get eaten. I don't really know why. I remember thinking that though. But I don't do it and we don't get a pick there. And I get pushed again off the top. So I get pushed by their Diva and their McCree up top. I hit our Winston just to get something. Gotta love side strafing. Like, not really AD spamming. Like we don't have A and D on console, but it's like AD spamming plus the crouch spamming, and it's just like cancer on console. It's hard enough to aim already, and it's with Moira's slender hitbox, it's just like, go great. So we end up losing this point right here. We lost Hog, we've lost Torbjorn, we've lost Mercy, and I get actually zoned off by this orb. Like, this orb here does so much work. Like this one right here, this orb. Like it completely zones me off the point. I can't go anywhere. I don't have enough health. I'm not going to get any healing, and I can't heal my team. And so, like that's what happens when I get pushed off the high ground. I'm now stuck down here, and I'm really susceptible to like being zoned super easily, which is what ends up happening. I have to burn nade on myself. Our Winston's trying to stall best he can. He gets shattered. Our Junkrat's dead. Our Winston's dead. And this is just the point. So at this point, we're still feeling pretty good. Like, they only have a minute, and they go first, and then we have 5 minutes anyway, so like we should feel pretty good about our chances of winning this game here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. This is just me being really stubborn. Like, I'm still picking Ana even though we have someone going Mercy. Like, this is silly at this point. We don't have a hit scan again, and they ran Pharah on point A offense. Like, we probably should have just ran a soldier just to be safe, but we might not have like a soldier player. I didn't check with anyone.
You're covered.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I can't wait to get started.
You're going.
1. 60 seconds remaining. Defend objective A.
Enemies found. Preparing to
I will keep you here.
So I don't hear a Pharah yet. They have a Genji now, though. And I don't know what happened to our Reaper. I think he got darted and just instantly cleaned up, but like, we're man down. I should have called out that we need to back up now to the point, but I don't. This dart is stupid. I did not see the Genji burn deflect already, so that could have been even worse. I should have just called for my Mercy to like ping her for healing, but instead I don't. I eat a fire strike and have to burn nade on myself. Our Mercy's purple. She's dead here. Like, I can't do anything for her. And that's point A. Honestly, thought that last dart should have gone off. Super unlucky, I guess. But I mean, we lost the point anyway. What's it gonna do? I just get knocked off. Our Mercy's dead. Our Orisa's dead. Our Reaper died already. Our Maya's dead, and I'm dead. The only one left, I think, is our Hog. And he's gonna die soon anyway.
Keep your head. Let's think.
Defensive move. Objective B.
So it's just a super good example of like how positioning poorly at the beginning of the match can just like snowball points super fast for you.
Lock it off.
10 seconds remaining.
Our Hog gets ult here pretty fast, and he just kind of cleans up, which is really nice. And so that's our point B defense the second time around. They only had 30 seconds though, so not too hard to win that since they took point A so fast. The only one who had ult was Mercy.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
So I'm going Ana again on offense here. And now I'm finally checking.
Never stop fighting.
And so let's back up a little bit and see what we actually have. That's our Hog player. He's been playing Hog. This is the guy who's been flexing. He flexed the Lucio. He flexed the Soldier. He played some Junkrat. I think he's the one who had been playing Reaper, I think. But like as you can see, he's not playing any hero he's comfortable with. We never checked with him. But we had a main tank and we had a Hog. So we should just put this guy on Junkrat the whole time, and we should have had someone else go hit scan. But we didn't check with him. So we have an Orisa player. Like maybe he could have gone Zarya and we could have gone Ryan Zarya instead. Make that guy more comfortable, but like, we don't talk it out. And this is one of the important things about getting on a microphone.
I shouldn't overstay my welcome. I'm probably still on the watch list here. I've seen worse. You're going to live.
Just gonna skip ahead here a little bit.
1. Attack commencing.
So we're running Orisa, Roadhog, Mei Junkrat on a Lucio. So we have to get a nice wall, or try and then spam down their shields. Like that's probably our win condition here. We could try and speed around them, but we don't have the best comp for that since we're all pretty slow. Orisa, Roadhog are big targets, and we don't have any real damage to, or I shouldn't say real damage because Junkrat does a stupid amount of damage. Just really targeted damage to like poke people away
Capture objective A.
when we rotate. So I probably just followed the tanks, but our Lucio, I'm not sure what our Lucio was doing. I get a nice dart on the Hog here, but I hesitate instead of throwing this dart this nade immediately. I keep our Lucio up. We're not able to clean up on anyone here. Our Mei is dead. She died in the charge. I missed this dart. And then one downside of Ana is your teammates body blocking you. That's so our Orisa dies. Can't really do much about that unless I was on the other side.
Go. I'll keep you healed.
So our Junkrat picked their Ana. I try and hit him. On that one glimpse I had of him, I missed this dart. I nade the Hog instead. It only gets him, which is stupid. I shouldn't be nading him. He's going to walk away from that anyway. We shouldn't be pushing. We're just feeding here. Another wasted dart. I've wasted a couple darts now. That's going to be a theme of this offensive round, is me wasting sleep darts. As I'm trying to hide from this tire. It just gets our Reaper, which is unfortunate. We have no res for him, so we just have to wait. I wanted to nade the Reinhardt, but he got too far back, and I didn't want to risk it. I know the Roadhog's over there. I should have tossed a grenade, but I wait anyway. Probably wouldn't have done anything if I tossed a grenade there anyway, to be honest. But I waste Sleep Dart. And I hear the Reaper, and he just ults me and cleans me up. And he gets both me and our Reaper coming back from spawn. At this point, we should just regroup completely,
Much better than a command.
but we never really do. We spend this entire round trickling. So I have Nano here. I really ought to just talk about my team and maybe force the issue and just Nano our Reaper once we can just speed him in. But we're never together to try and do that. Sleep our Hog, but our Reese is dead already.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Nano the Hog instead. Try to nade him, but he's purple. He ends up dying here. I don't even know what his health's at. I didn't even look at him. Mostly because I'm trying to focus on not dying here. I'm just dead here. I can't do anything. We just got trapped in there, and I should have just died immediately. I'm wasting time. Wasted a whole minute off of our
I'm not ready to hang it up.
clock, and we get nothing for it, and I waste Nano. So that was terrible ult management there. We got nothing for that. They want to push this left side, but our Lucio's dead. I'm not anywhere close to them. They didn't clear the way for me. I'm being zoned by this Reinhardt here. I'm probably being a little too passive, and then I start getting peppered by this Mercy, which is really uncomfortable. Our Roadhog dies because they're pushed in. We're really split. We're just so split and staggered. Their Rein charges though, like a bot, and we clean him up. But our Lucio dies to the Reaper. I get a nice sleep on him while he's ulting, but it doesn't really matter because we're not anywhere close to being able to push the point anyway. Our Hog's back finally. I get a huge nade here, but no one's able to is able to follow up on it because our Risa gets slept. Our Lucio pops beat here way too early for this tire. He had it's pretty much impossible to try and drop the beat right exactly when you want to try and save someone from tire. So you're better off trying to shoot the tire. I had no idea where the tire was coming from. So I think my best hope might have been to try and stay in that room back where I was, or have rotated up above. Let me back up. So if instead of Alright, so when we push out, if I instead had pushed up, okay. So instead of pushing this direction, which is the way I go to point, which can work, but I should have just followed my basic principles of playing Ana and gone up this way maybe. It would have given me better visibility on possibly where the tire was coming from. I might have gotten a shot and an nade off on the tire to save myself. It also would have taken him more time to get to me, and it would still give me a great view of the point here. Like that, Ana with high ground is so powerful, but I never take it, and that's my fault. If I just maybe entrenched myself up there, maybe it would have worked out. I could have nanoed our Reaper, who I checked right there to see who had ult, but I ended up dying to this tire. Yeah, so if we watched it, it's coming up here on that right side of me. If I'd been on high ground, I might have seen it coming and gotten a shot off and then a nade right before it got to me. So, but I don't even get nano off, and we lose this game. Probably because of that. I wasn't there to keep my team up, and I positioned poorly at the end here. So even after all of that, we definitely had a chance to take that first point for a draw, but we didn't. And I mean, this is why I thought I did well. I mean, you can see it here. 23 elims, only 9 deaths in 18 minutes of play, and I did over 13k healing. So like at first blush, it looks really good. 29 defensive assists. Like look at this accuracy. 11 sleeps, 8 nano boost assists. Like, those numbers aren't bad, but we lost. And it's, I mean, I didn't play perfectly, and so that, like, I definitely could have done more. So that's the VOD. I think I'm going to be posting this to YouTube, so go ahead and leave any feedback for me. I'm hopefully going to be doing a full series of this, just trying to get through every hero, trying to go in depth. This is the first time doing this, so if you want me to go more in depth on like why I'm positioning, or like what kinds of positioning I should be looking for, or you should be looking for, or if like ult economy or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.